Steve Bannon says that Trump should run for a third term and then he'll win it. He was on Chris Cuomo's show. So Steve Bannon has said some populist things that are positive, that corporations shouldn't rule us all. I agree with that. I think the number one problem is corporate rule. But this is the difference between right-wing populism and left-wing populism. Right-wing populism sometimes leads to what's behind me. We're in Berlin here. That's the Brandenburg Gate. There's nothing wrong with the gate, but you know what happened here. And so this whole idea of, who cares about the Constitution? Let's run for a third term, which is obviously unconstitutional. Let's stay in power forever. And so I'm at a conference here where we're talking about authoritarianism and how it grew in Hungary and in Russia, among other places. And these guys, Bannon, Tucker Carlson, etc., are doing the exact playbook that every dissident at this conference is warning about, which is they start by coming after the judiciary. They start talking about how they should stay in power forever, et cetera, et cetera. So the right-wing populism has half the equation right, which is corporations are screwing you, although, of course, Trump is not doing that. He's putting corporations in charge, Elon Musk and the tech bros, et cetera, and that's why Bannon is against Musk. And that's the good side. The bad side is this authoritarian talk about you don't have to follow what Congress did. Who cares if they appropriated the money for USAID? That's not a debate about whether we should appropriate money for USAID. That's later. That's in the budget process, right? This is money that's already been appropriated by Congress, and Bannon, Trump, and the others are saying, who cares? Who cares what the law is? Who cares that Congress already appropriated? Who cares it's illegal? Who cares that it's unconstitutional? And judges, we might or might not listen to judges. Trump didn't listen to him on the Venezuelan immigrants. I think the Venezuelan immigrant, the trend to Aragua is real. I know some on the left think that it's all imaginary and they never took over any apartments. They never bothered anyone. There's not a real criminal gang. That's absurd. That's absurd. They're real, and I want them kicked out of the country. But we don't need to trample on the Constitution to kick him out of the country. We don't have to, say we're not listening to the court system anymore. Have it go through the court system, and they'll eventually be kicked out of the country 100%, and you're going to have them locked up until then. But that's the problem. In right-wing populism, you don't listen to the Constitution. You don't care about democracy, and that's why it's considered dangerous. Left-wing populism is just the positive sides of populism, where we look out for the average person and not for corporate interests and for donors. All right. See you guys soon.